Hello everyone, welcome to the Universe of Roast, Eurovision Song Contest edition. My name is Emin Afandi and I will be your host for today. To be honest, I was a little bit hesitant of doing any Eurovision review this year because I'm not a huge fan of the songs this year, but I decided that instead of reviewing all of them, I will review the songs that I thought were the most memorable. And that's not always for a good reason. So we're gonna start with my home country, Azerbaijan. And I just want to say one thing, that Azerbaijan has always been very, very strong in Eurovision Song Contest. Like for the decade, they were doing really well, and then something has changed. And by the looks of it, things are not getting better. We're gonna go. I already watched it once, but I'm gonna watch it with you as well, just to give you idea. Because to be honest, I watched it this couple of months ago when it first came out, and I already forgot what it was all about. So it's represented by MAMAGama. Yeah, let's see that amazing piece of art. Eurovision Song Contest. Yeah, we're beginning with the futuristic elements in the video clip, and they're like, ooh, future. Someone's body is dragging. Okay, so yeah, oh yeah, I remember. He's a robot. Those legs somehow don't match the body. Oh, they're programming him. We're in the future, but we're still using flap discs. Okay. Ooh, body parts are connecting. I mean, one thing we're good in Azerbaijan is in making hot men, and they're cute. So, they're about to electrocute him. Okay, he's like, oh my god, this is working. No, it's not working. The arm just flew. The thing is, I just don't understand why the whole robotic thing fits into the lyrics of the song. I just feel it's very disjointed. Oh, I like the national instrument touch. That's always a nice thing. I think that's the only good thing about this song, if I'm honest. Okay, they're using the old phone. They're calling some... Oh my god, no! It's those two horrific twins from 2023. Yes. Oh, that was the abysmal performance. Just want to say they didn't help the video clip whatsoever. Okay. Some rage. I think I would be also frustrated if my song wasn't good enough. Okay, now who we have? Oh, we have a representative of the last year's Eurovision. Those were actually good ones. I was so upset they didn't go to the final. Oh, he's delivering the national instrument. And of course, it does the magic and he wakes up. It's alive! Okay, you're way too happy for this song, dude. They're like, oh my god, we did something, they didn't do anything. And that's the funny... The funny thing is that... Okay, so... Guitar player... Oh. And the drum. Yeah. That's, for me, first of all, if we're just talking about the video clip, majorly disjointed, I don't understand what is wrong with you, and then they're assembling a robot. Like, what's happening? Like, at least I would imagine something like Sarah Connor in Terminator would kind of, she's trying to run from the Terminator. If you want to do a robot, fine, but this is just not. The song itself, not memorable whatsoever, and that coming from me, I'm Azerbaijani, and I'm usually the one who stands Azerbaijan to the point of death, and this is just boring. It didn't go anywhere. It's very one note. if it was a Eurovision call center song contest, that would have won. That would have won. Because literally it gives me eBay call center vibes, this song. I really, really don't like it. The one thing I will say is that it's the optimism with which they're performing this, and like that optimism sometimes is, it's nice, but I don't think I'm a positive bitch. Like, I would put a positive spin on anything. I put a positive spin on syphilis once, so this is just not doing it for me. I think the problem is here, it's so bland. It doesn't have that, roller coaster of emotions. It doesn't go like up and down. It just flat. Let's see their rehearsal. Maybe their rehearsal and staging is better. I don't know. Sometimes, staging can change a lot of things, So, well, let's see. Ah, MAMAGama, sorry. I think I just think their name wrong. What is happening? Why do we have the Ring of Sauron and okay, staging is not gonna save this performance. First of all, why who is designing this? Can I ask who is designing this? Who like I just want to know, because first of all, so in the video clip we had robotics, futuristic kind of elements, for the flap disc, but okay, now we're having Gates of Hell and the all-seeing eye from the Lord of the Rings, and literally I have to give it to I think his name is Arif. He is so optimistic. It's like, this is the best thing I've ever gonna do, and I'm really sorry that you think that it is, because he clearly has a voice. They're a very talented group of people, clearly. I mean, I really don't know what the two other ones are doing. They're generally just playing on the drums and the guitar, and they're not giving any emotional depth as well. They're just like, yeah, we're cool dudes, we're playing, but nothing is really happening beyond that. The costumes are, I guess it's okay. They're wearing this kind of a matrix latex kind of thing, which I guess is hot. I guess they're gonna get some gay votes for that. But besides this, I want to say to all the Azerbaijani people who will see this video, I know you're gonna hate me for saying this, but we do not deserve the final this year. And if we go into the final, it's because someone else just did worse than we did. And if we don't go into the finals, and by looking at the odds, as you can see here on the screen, we're not. This is just gonna be a major failure. I don't agree with some people say, oh, it's a good song. It's, again, music is subjective, of course. I don't like the song. I don't like the staging. The guys are cute, but again, one of them is very optimistic. Like, so he's like, honestly, Arif, I am jealous. I wish I had that kind of level of optimism about it, but I think when you're in this kind of a dire situation, you better. I think the person who is responsible for this, and clearly these guys are not responsible for this, they're just doing whatever, their managers are telling, them to follow. The production team should be fired. The person who is responsible for Eurovision in Azerbaijan should be fucking sacked. But besides the staging and the song, what I think annoys me the most is that there's no marketing for these guys. Literally no marketing. I don't know, they didn't team up with any other like singers. Like, let me actually fucking check. 1 second. I checked their Instagram. Sorry, I was a bit away. I was checking their Instagram. So it's fucking embarrassing. And if you think that Eurovision is not about marketing, you're wrong. You're damn wrong. Eurovision is all about, it's a popularity contest. The person who is likable, and I can tell you that 100% for sure, because we, in 2021, we had a with Matahari, and she was a favorite of so many people, and one of the reasons she's actually coming back this year, because people loved her. Second of all, she was popular. She was talking, giving interviews. She was posting constantly. These guys are not doing even that. The last post here was published on 30th of April. So 2 weeks ago. And their TikTok literally has an empty freaking video. I don't know how to look at the dates, but it's quite an oldie. Okay. They don't have, like, other contestants. For example, Armenian contestant Park, he's been doing videos with other Eurovision contestants, collaborating with them, and that's great because he's been posting about his song. Like, I already don't know how many times that bitch posted about his song, but but to the point, I, who wasn't really following to this point the Eurovision that much, I mean this year, not the other years, I knew what he was up to because he was constantly in my TikTok, in my algorithm for some reason. I think every single contestant except Azerbaijan already sang the Swedish Bara Bara Bastu by Kai. It was like Bara Bara Bastu Bastu. And you can actually see the Swedish guys already, like, because they had to do it so many times. Every time they do it, it's like Bara Bara Bastu Bastu. Like, so now, it's you can see they're tired of doing it. I'm genuinely think the Swedish Finnish guys, because I think they're Finnish, they will never go back to sauna after this contest. They just, anyways, Azerbaijanis didn't do that. No collaboration, nothing. Like, where are you? How are people supposed to root for you? And it's not their fault. I mean, it's a little bit their fault as well because they kind of, I think, should be a bit more vocal about it. So, guys, what are we doing? But no, it's the fault of a person who is responsible for the Eurovision management, whatever, in our country. You should be fired. Fired. You do not deserve this post. Not only you don't deserve, you cannot do your job properly. Leave. Let people, maybe me, to come, and maybe we'll do better. So I'm sure in Azerbaijan we have way more talented people who can come and actually put up a proper marketing and do a normal production, because this production sucks. And the same happened last year as well. And because important part of every contest, and I'm telling this as someone who is a comedian, he's really, also learning and sometimes doing mistakes as well. Marketing is a lot. How you present yourself is a lot. And it's about how people get to know you. And people don't know anything about them except them being from Azerbaijan and them eating plov. So, that's not a lot to go into. My predictions: Azerbaijan is not going to qualify. This is not a quality, and I hope they don't qualify, because when bad things happen, they should raise questions, and maybe after not qualifying into the finals after a third year, they will finally understand, oh my god, maybe we're doing something wrong here. I genuinely think it's also, maybe it comes down to the financial part of the question, because clearly Azerbaijan is not as impressed with Eurovision as before, and they're not giving a lot of more, financial ground for them to kind of go on with. But the staging looks expensive. Those suits, I mean, they're not the best, but they look expensive. I mean, so I think it's also about how you manage the financing. But again, we're here to discuss art. I mean, I wish all the luck to the guys. As Azerbaijani, deep down in my heart, I really hope we somewhere that we will qualify, because I really want to say Azerbaijan in the final, but I don't think we will. And most importantly, I don't think we deserve it. But what makes me really happy is that we gotta see Effendi, and I hope she thinks Cleopatra and Matahari. And because that's one of the things I'm excited about this contest. So these are just my opinions, not trying to offend anyone except the person who's responsible for Eurovision Song Contest in Azerbaijan. You should definitely write a resignation letter as soon as possible. So guys, let's move on to the next country. Guys, if you want to follow me for more content, please click on my Instagram page. The link is below. Follow me, and also come to see my shows. On the 23rd, I have a wonderful show called Turkic Babes with amazing Dinara and Pascal Hausberger. And I also have a Eurovision-inspired comedy show called World Vision Comedy Contest, which is on a break right now, but we'll be back on the 6th of September, so stay tuned. And thank you for your time. And remember, don't live to roast to live.